You're listening to the Yes, I'm Still Sober podcast with John Rabin. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Yes, I'm Still Sober podcast with John Rabin. Here we are once again. This is episode 77, and it's December 11th. Today, the day of the recording. I hope everybody's staying warm-ish, depending on the day. If you live in Texas, it depends on the day here in Austin. And I'm aware that I start with the weather every fucking episode because it's like, I don't know, we're warming up small talk. This is me small talking to no one. Apparently I have to warm up regardless if I'm going to start talking. I don't know. It's we've got a few more weeks left in this decade. And I don't know what I think of the decade. I got to be honest. I don't remember a lot of it. I feel like my long-term memories kind of it's like the midterm memory is gone. Like I got long-term shit and I got staying in the present, like short-term, but that like the last 10 or so years are just kind of I could give you the Cliff Notes. I don't know. I guess it was a decade. A lot of people, a lot of sites and stuff putting up nice clickbait to go, with the lists of the decade and people posting their Spotify most listened to artists. His who I listened to the most in the past 10 years, which is a nice way of going. These are the artists that I haven't been paying. I don't own these guys' albums at all, more than likely. So that's good. It's always nice to know who you fucked over. This is the artist who got no money from me. Look, I don't have Spotify. I actually pay for Pandora, because I like the streaming radio stuff. And if you pay for Pandora Premium, you can also listen to albums. I don't. I tend to listen to radio. I still try to buy albums every once in a while, but to be fair, I can do that because I don't buy booze or drugs anymore or cigarettes. So it's like I have a little bit, so I can feel high and mighty and go, I'm going to buy an album today. And then go about my day. Also, I do it so that I can bitch about people not buying my album, so it feels like I'm not that much of a hypocrite, but let's be real. We're all hypocrites. But if I did have Spotify, I don't need it. I don't need it to tell me who I listened to the past 10 years. I can just tell you right now, it's grunge. It's grunge. Just in general. That's the list. It's gonna be. I could tell you in the past 10 years. Soundgarden, Alice in Chains. That's it. And then it goes into like 90s progressive house, like then Underworld. So it's Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, and then Underworld, and then below that it goes back to grunge, and you're looking at like Mudhoney, Screaming Trees type of shit. Like I'm really stuck. And then like maybe Wu-Tang. So I'm like really stuck between like 91 and 96. I really like those years. But that's who I am. So that's what's been going on. I really tried to research today some news and to come up with topics to talk about. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't come up with shit. I'm in this mode, I feel like next level lazy. Slothy. There's a word. I made that up. Let's go with that. I'm feeling slothy. I just, it's when I've just been in a great mindset of when you let things roll off your back and you're in this and things are going all right. It's really easy to go, I don't feel like doing it because it doesn't matter. And that's not good, I guess. But because you basically it's my two modes that fight are laziness and boredom kind of fight it out. So I'll give in to the lazy or slothy until I get bored, and then I'll do things. So it's it's a constant struggle between those two. And today, lazy's been winning. Like, I'd rather be bored and do nothing. So it's been that. So I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I apologize. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing fine. I'm just not motivated. I did work out today after not working out for a couple of days. Like, I got into a rut of, much like many of you after Turkey Day. You just keep eating leftovers, and then you're just like, maybe I should get back to, to my routine. I start working out some more. But, things are going well with me and my girlfriend, so do I need to work out? Yes, you need to work out, you lazy fuck. So I at least did that today. So I guess it's not all bad. This is where I'm at. I hope you're in a better spot. Or not. It doesn't matter. I'm in a good spot. I hope you're in a more motivated spot. Is it better? Is it better to be motivated and unhappy? I don't know. I guess I'm all right. You know what? Let's move on. All right. So, I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I said I was going to move on, but I'm still thinking about I don't mind. I don't mind being lazy. Being unmotivated and happy is fine. I think the thing about that is that it's more of a do I want somebody else to think that I'm motivated? Like, I'm fine with not being motivated and not getting a lot of stuff done and not having a lot on my plate. But am I getting self-conscious about other people thinking, man, that guy's a lazy fuck? And that's only temporary. But I think we do that a lot. I think a lot. We do so much shit just because we want to appear a certain way. And I see that in so much, like with entertainment, especially in my line of work, quote unquote work. It's a big thing with comedy, is people hustling in a marketing sense, in a networking sense. I know I brought that up before about brand over substance. I brought that up several times because it constantly bugs me. It bugs me when I see the people who market themselves the best tend to be not good at comedy. There are exceptions, but and it's very easy to point out, it's a newer generation doing it, but it's not. I think it's everybody. I think it's just the way society is moving, that people want a certain level of fame, a certain level of success, without having to put in the time that it takes to develop your act. It's why you get people who, record albums when they've been doing comedy 3 whole years. And they're like, I'm going to release an album because it's easy, because you can do it online. So I'm going to do that. And it's just like, okay. And then they try to push it on all their friends. Please buy my album. Nobody's buying my album. That's because you don't have a following. You've been doing it 3 years. it's weird. Like, I finally did an album because I've had the material, and because it finally got easy and affordable to do it. But I knew when I was doing it that I didn't, I wasn't going to sell thousands of copies. I wasn't going to push it on anybody. I knew that I had a meager following, and out of those, some people are going to buy it. And I know that people don't buy albums anymore. So I knew what I was getting into, but I wanted to at least have it as a record of my set. And that's probably why I'll do it when I do my next album, is when I have a new, and I don't know when that would be, because it's going to be a matter of, this is my chunk, and it's ready. Let's get it, let's get it on, let's get it on vinyl for no reason. But the other thing about that is that I've been thinking about is, while that irritates me, while it does irritate me, because you see this everywhere, anywhere from, Instagram influencers, people who want to get paid for doing nothing and being nobody with no talent other than I'm not ugly. That's it. Boy, it's going to be a huge crash when those people stop being, what are they going to do when that little roller coaster ride is over? But, from anywhere from there to, it's really easy to see brand over substance all the time. It's like when they make movies, and they don't make a movie, they don't write a movie and make a movie that's good. They make a movie that's marketable, and they make it diverse, instead of hiring diverse writers or people who are going to naturally write. We need more black people in this script. Well, why don't you hire somebody who's black who wrote a script about black people? We'll just cast it. It's just it's the shortest distance. What's the easiest route to try to make money versus make a good product, kind of a shit. And you see this all the time. But I think the thing is that where was I going with it? I did have a place I was going with it. The thing about it is that it's real easy to find bullshit, and really easy to find stuff that's going to irritate you. Everybody does it all the time. It's easy to get mad, but it's also because it's easy to spot crap. But there's so much good stuff out there. Holy shit, there are so many good comics right now. Good comedy specials that I've seen. I watched this, Tig Notaro special that came out last year. I just watched. I hadn't seen it. And I just watched it, and it's, nobody can do what she does. That's crazy. It's crazy good. It's on Netflix. I know you have Netflix. It's there. But it's one of those things that we really, if you find yourself getting angry all the time, you need to quit looking at stuff. Quit looking for it. Let it roll off your back. Look at, try to do the glasses half full kind of bullshit. It's so cliche. I know. Everything's cliche because it nothing we think of is new. But it's going to, in the long run, besides getting rid of your phone, which I thought about getting rid of my phone, but then I started, dating somebody and went, I'm going to keep my phone around. I can't just, get rid of my phone service and then just use Wi-Fi in certain spots and maybe get online, like in the morning at the end of the day, and then not use it any other time. Like on paper, that sounds like really, yeah, I'm getting back to the old school and I'll be happier. No, you need to be in touch with the person you're dating. So I axed that. It was a really good idea for about a week that I had, and went, And I started thinking about the logistics and went, no, that's not going to work. But besides, getting rid of all your screen time, focus on good, focus on good entertainment, and just don't fill your head with the stuff that bugs you. Stay in your goddamn lane. That's what I'm saying. Everybody, stay in your lane. It's going to be better. It's going to be better for you. Just little bits. A little bit of outrage is fine, but man, don't. It's when you're in that mode when you go look for it. When you look for the misunderstanding. When you project what somebody's intention is. It's not good. Not right, Kitty. It's not good. She doesn't give a shit. She's asleep right next to me. She does not give a shit. She doesn't even wake up when I go, yes, I'm still sober. Like, she doesn't care. Be more like my cat, everyone. That's what I'm saying. What I thought about that I haven't done in a while? I haven't gotten into it with anybody online in a long time. I mean, it's been a while. And it's funny to me that it took me, Jesus, let's see, 14 years of social media. 14 years of social media to realize that, actually, we can even go back even further, because you're talking about like email lists and just online. So we're talking probably 20 years. It probably took me 20 years of being online, arguing with people online, either, early on via email and Usenet lists, all the way up to social media, that you never post something or comment. You never come back with something so good that the person you're arguing with goes, oh shit, you're right. And they stand down. It never happens. I've never been able to do that. I've never seen it happen. I've only occasionally, it's all about the other people that are watching, kind of a thing. And it's funny that it took so long to realize, I'm not going to change this person's mind. I'm not going to be able to tell them off and make them see, oh, I am full of shit. I am in the wrong here. Thank you, skinny aging comedian, who pointing that out. The error of my ways. Oh man, my face is red. Like, you just don't see that. So I just kind of stay clear. I get tempted all the time, but as I've mentioned before in an earlier episode, I'm sure that what I do is I tend to just take a screenshot of the person I want to tell off, and then I send it to a friend of mine with the comment I want to say, or I make fun of them. I mock them privately, because that's the way to do it. You mock them private. You hear it a lot. You hear people talk about how, no, they should be able to say it to my face. That's a bad idea. I think there's, people are passive aggressive for a reason. It keeps the world going. We don't want to say everything to everybody's face all the time. Like, if everybody actually had the courage to do so, it still would be a bad idea. It's like, well, why are you talking behind my back? Because it's easier. And also, I didn't want to get into a thing with you. I just wanted to mock you to my friends and then let you continue to do your thing, because you're not going to listen to me anyway. So this is how I, avoid conflict, is I mock you in private. Is that healthy? Probably not. But it seems to do well for me and for most of you out there. I know you all do it. You all mock people privately. So I don't understand the idea of, no, just be honest. No, sir. Let's just keep it it's not that I want everybody to avoid conflict. I just want everybody to shut the fuck up. That's really more of it. It's just, you don't have to get along, but just keep it down. You know what I mean? Everybody's so loud. That's really the problem with outrage to me is people are loud and it's annoying. It's just like, can't you just be angry quietly for once? Anyway, that's not the way things are. But it's been great. I'm just saying it's been great for not that I've been staying in my lane and not just trying to blast people, because I see this shit. It's weird to me because I still get angry. I mean, I still get irritated at stuff. I still get irritated when I see people whose parents have money, like they're well off. Some of these artists who have a project and they start a GoFundMe, and it just bugs the shit out of me. It totally it's like, look, if you don't have the money to do this, maybe it doesn't need to exist. Like, it's just everybody, and it's just artists with a "will work for food" sign. It's so annoying. And it really, and what bugs me the most about it is that people do this because it's effective. So I'm really more irritated, not so much at them, at the enablers in their life who actually give them money. Giving people money for, hey, help fund my comedy album. Why don't you fund your comedy album and then sell it? I wash dishes. I paid for my own goddamn album. It's stuff like that. It's just like, why? And why are people giving you money? Why, quit enabling these people. And you just want to just shake them. Just be, people that post all the time. Every once in a while, I'll see somebody talk about how they're sober, but they're not sober. They've got, that I know that they're abusing their script for Xanax or whatever, or I know that they're fucking chain smoking weed, and there's nothing wrong with chain smoking weed. If you can function, it's fine, but you don't get to call yourself sober. That's no. It's you're trying to have your cake and fuck it or whatever it is. Ew. But so it's one of those. I still get irritated, but what can you do? If I had the time, I'd privately message everybody. I wish I could just privately, hey, stop fucking giving those people encouragement. They're full of shit. Why would you like their status? You're just encouraging them to continue to lie to themselves. I don't know, but you can't make people not do things. That's what it comes down to. Is all you can apparently all you can do is just talk shit and to make yourself feel better and just keep going. It's like it like works itself out over time. People will eventually go, hey, this isn't a good idea what I'm doing. They're not, me giving them free money. They're not earning it. They're not going to understand. That at some point they're going to realize you have to let them grow on their own. And if they don't grow, fine, they'll die stupid. What are you going to do? As long as it's not, totally fucking you over or fucking over somebody that you care about, it's you kind of just have to let them be dumb in their own lane. It's like, stay in your lane, All right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you letting me just vent a little bit and like working out my own shit. Just because, you got to let people be, but I don't want to complain so much that I sound like the redneck in a truck, filming himself for YouTube. And another thing, these liberals today, I tell you what, with the, these kids and the, you got to work. I don't want to. It does nothing. I at least want to have some kind of focus and have some kind of, be grounded in reason. I want to bitch, but also be grounded in reason. And I felt like I've done that today. And, look at that. We made it 25 minutes, you guys. Great. Well, I appreciate you joining me this week. We will see you next week. And hopefully I'll have a little bit more recovery-related shit. But, this is also a diary podcast for me, kind of where am I at in my sobriety. And I'm, once again, unmotivated but happy. And you know what? I think I like it. See you guys next week. This has been Yes, I'm Still Sober. I'm John Rabin. Later. Let's ride.